Getting out of hand. The senseless violence on the streets of Chester. That's why there are more police out tonight, including state troopers. That's why no one's allowed on the streets tonight. This is the result of 4 murders in just 8 days. One of them, a little boy.
In Chester, Delaware County are trying to determine who shot a tow truck driver and why. The driver was shot while responding to a call.
Measures to keep the city of Chester safe. The city's mayor is instituting a curfew in some neighborhoods. It runs until Thursday morning. No one will be allowed out between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. And at no time will 3 or more people be allowed to gather outside without a permit.
The thing of the matter about Chester, man, is that it used to be such a beautiful place. Of course, we always have violence here. Of course, it's always been a place where as though people want to fight, people going to do what they do, but it never escalated to the point where as though if you fought somebody, you had to worry about somebody coming back to blow your brains out because they got their behind whipped. And a lot of these guys out here now today are so scared to fight and so scared to lose a fight. A lot of this violence comes from a lot of social media, about girls, he say, she say stuff that really don't really mean anything. But in these guys' world, this is what it's supposed to be. Like I seen guys playing Xbox with a guy from way over somewhere else in another state, or this guy might be on the west side and this guy might be from the east side, and he say something to him and they start beefing. Nobody wants to cease fire, everybody wants to continue to kill. But my main thing is that when these guys land up in prison, everybody want to be remorseful. Everybody want to sit back and think that, you know, you're going home. You can't miss your mother and father when you didn't know who they was or didn't respect them when you was on the street. But you want to miss them now. You can't miss them then. It's too late then. You know, when them jail cells clean, when they slam, when that number is placed on your back, when they tell you go ahead and sit your ass down somewhere and you're going to do this 100 or you're going to do this 2 life sentences, it's over. Ain't no more coming back. I advise a lot of you guys, you know, who out here, you know, perpetuating this violence, talking about, oh, it ain't gonna stop, we're gonna see you in traffic, trying to emulate dudes from Chicago or emulate some other people from different hoods and stuff, that it really is not beneficial for you. What about these kids that you out here, half these young guys, man, and impregnated some of these sisters out here, man, and died 3 months before the child was born. Or some of them, the babies was born, they go to jail, and the first thing the child realizes is it comes up and say that my father won't be in jail for the rest of their life, and they think that's a badge of honor. You know, I was guilty of that. I've been in jail all my life. I mean, I started at the age 11 on these streets of Chester doing what I used to do, armed robberies, you know, snatching this, selling dope. We did it all out here. I came home at one time, my children, now they got children. So now I'm a grandfather. You know, been at home projects, we just riding by right now. Another Kogos where everybody getting slaughtered at. You have to make a decision whether or not you're going to be out here for your children or not out for your children. You know, and it seems like we as black men, we find ourselves more prone to wanting to be in prison than we want to be on the street. That's a badge of honor, like this thing called street cred. Everybody's a killer. Everybody, I got street cred. I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. And it's amazing how you can know that your child was the killer of somebody, but protect him. But as soon as somebody kill him, it's, oh, somebody come forth and identify his killer. But you knew he was a killer too. It's just ridiculous, man, how we as people have evolved to be stupid, and we think that what we're doing is cool. Our moral system is upside down. We think big up in dudes who are out here killing people, out here selling dope, molesting kids, who are out here raping women and doing different things. That's cool. But a lot of you guys who call yourself shooters, man, you know, and want to shoot people all the time, believe me, they got a place for you, man. We get in the mountains, man. There ain't no coming home. When that judge says, listen, I'll send you to a life sentence, that means absolutely what he just said. You are convicted, or should I say, you're convicted for life, for the rest of your life. Your next run of life is, your next run of freedom is in the body bag. You know, half you dudes ain't had no pussy without your socks off, you know, but you out here talking about you a killer. I guess that's the new norm out here nowadays. So, my son was killed in August, you know. He was a shooter, he went through certain things. But you know, like I said before, what comes around goes around. A lot of guys is thinking that I'm gonna come out, I was gonna go out and tear the city up, kill it, and do this and do that. I'm not gonna do none of that. I'm gonna let God handle that. I ain't got no time for that. My life is in a different direction. I don't want no trouble. My man just played a song for me, you know what I mean? Skinny jeans on, sag. I'm gonna ask you something. How the hell can you sag with skinny jeans on? It ain't making no sense to me. But you know, a lot of you guys, man, need to understand, man, you know, the shit you wearing, all tight and everything like that, that's not a good look, man. You feel what I'm saying to you? So I just implore some of you guys, man, just to be mindful of what you're doing, man. Hi, my name is Alan Banks, and today I'm coming to you to talk about a matter that's very, very dear to my heart due to the fact that my son was just killed. And this thing is about shooters. Everybody runs around calling themselves a shooter, and this is like a badge of honor. And I'm trying to figure out why you think that being a shooter is a badge of honor. Any human being with a finger 5, 10, 15, 20 years old can pull a trigger and kill anybody. But the thing is, what happens with a lot of you guys who think you're quote unquote shooters is that you end up in a penitentiary. You find yourself not coming home from being a shooter. Everything that you love, everything that you're connected to, they leave you. So everything that you call yourself being a shooter for, your block, your hood, your man, that don't mean nothing when you go to prison. When you're sitting there for the rest of your life, your next run at freedom is in the body bag. So don't sit here and tell me you're a shooter, but when you go to jail, you're a punk, because you can't use your hands. See, the thing about it is that a lot of you young cats just keep thinking in your mind that you can smoke a little PCP, drop some mollies, or some perks in your system, and you think that you're ready to go. But for real, if half you dudes ain't have none of these guns in your hand, you'd be in school right now. I'm just telling you the real reality truth of it. You can say what you want to say when you're looking at this, but I know, and you know, that you're not really a shooter. Yeah, you know, it's okay to run up on somebody and spray with your eyes closed, or run up and kill somebody's child with no remorse. You thinking that it's cool, then go back in the house and play video games as though nothing ever happens. Rest in piss, or rest in peace, and all these different slogans and tactics you guys got to talk about being a shooter. Try being a man one time. But one thing I'm gonna tell you this here about being a shooter is, you can try to put it on for these kids out here, but when you go up in the mountains, ain't no more put it on. It's all over with. So you continue to be a shooter, you continue to keep killing people for no apparent reason. But when that life sentence come down, there's no coming home. There's no, oh, well, I didn't mean to kill him, or I didn't mean to do this here. This is what happens when you go to jail now. Or your mother goes with a black dress. How many times did it take in this city to understand that this is not what you want to be doing? But hey, if you're a shooter and you think that's what you want to do, then continue to do it on. But one thing or two things are going to happen. Either you're going to be in prison or you're going to be in the graveyard. So take your pick.